Not traveling.
And
You are
boom,
traveling where?
you would think that after staying away from the railways after about 30 years, that going back would be an amazing experience. And yes, with that, the cops were there, phone confiscated, and I was wondering, am I not about to travel and share my experience with people? Why would it be an illegality to share my trip? Anyway, we got the phone back and the journey began. We were now ready for a whole 13 hours of an overnight trip, and that is exactly what happened. So we took off, and the long, winding trip began. Hours later, we were in Nakuru, heading all the way to Kisumu City. And as you can see, a train ride winds through the forest, the bushes, and a long trip into the Rift Valley had just taken off. So it's amazing scenarios. There's a lot of stuff to view, all the chiki chaka heat of the train. And yes, amazing amazing trip. When we were young, there was first class, second class, and third class. This time there's only economy class, which is the third class actually for the guys who use it, and the first class. But all in all, everybody goes at the same time with the same experience. But I can tell you, a train ride is amazing. It's an experience worth having, regardless of whether you've had a flight. You can drive, you can walk, you can ride, whatever you can cycle. A train ride is an experience that everybody needs to have. And with that, you can see the beautiful scenarios of the western side of Kenya and the Rift Valley. Just an amazing thing. And so we had it going. Here we are, amazing trip. I was on my way from Nairobi all the way to Kisumu. And this is it. Let's see how all the journey goes. Traveling, traveling, traveling. What a long overnight trip to experience after all this so many years. But it's an amazing one. So follow with me, because the village boy has just arrived in the village, and I like it that when I get to the village, let's be villagers. And this was the trip that I was going for, and I needed to do some amazing stuff. So yeah, enjoy the trip, follow me and see what we do right in the village. Good morning from Anyiko, Yala, within my village, and right now I'm showing you where my dad was laid to rest, May 4th, 2012, rather. That is where he was laid to rest, and herein is where our firstborn brother was also laid to rest. That must have been in November 2006, way back. So I like it. When I come to the village, I want to feel the village. I want to be a village boy, typical village boy. There's a detox nature that comes with. And so today there is this old toilet or bathroom that guys use when they come to this part of the village. And I thought, why not do some repair work on it, so that it does not just lie there and nobody uses it. And so I've been working on it, and this is part of what I'm digging up. It's been dry, so just doing it here so that it stays there. And so that is what I love about being here. So there is something about city life that you just don't take to the village. I like it that when I'm in the village, I give myself some chores to do and hard stuff, farming, digging, plowing, sifting maize bales, carrying water, taking care of the cows. There's just a lot to do. And so this day I decided, hey, let me work on the muscles. Let me figure out how to get these things done. And being alone was not an excuse. I got onto it, so that I can do something meaningful with my time while I was there. So Wi-Fi off, data off, time to work. And so this is how it feels. So have you ever been to the village? What do you do? Do you go to the village and just stick to your phone, Google, do your research, or watch stuff? Go to Instagram, do you on social media, or what do you do when you go to your village typically? And how does it feel? What happens in your village? Please let me know. Let's talk. Let's share about a village experience, because I have a feeling that many people have literally transformed their villages into cities, only that it's hours away from the main city. So when you go there, there's no difference apart from the traveling experience. But for me, I would really be happy if the village remains a village and do what is done out there. There we go. So yeah, keep following. Let's see how I work and enjoy yourself. And well, yes, so hours later, this is the progress of what I had done. And I knew there was much more to do, so there'll be much more to be done down there with the landscaping also that needs to be done. You'll see the pictures of this at the final end, just giving it a sort of like a touch, so that the landscaping, planting of the flowers, can make it get better. The aesthetics, the beauty of the place, because wow. Yeah, the birds chirping, and you could hear the chicken cooing and the cows mowing. There's just a lot of stuff. It was time to bring down a tree that we needed to fell to do some stuff also. And yeah, my brother joined me in this mission, and again we did it well, and fortunately we tried to balance the tree, but the wind was too much for us. It fell on a fence, and yeah, we had some work to do over there, but ultimately it was all done. So there's much more to do, as you will see. Which part of the chores that I did impressed you more? Let me know. Yeah, watch and let's talk about this, because this is something else I had to do. Yeah, when we talk about the wheelbarrow economy, it was actually there now. Maize that has been harvested, that has to be dried before it's taken in for fine grinding. So let's follow. Let's continue. Yes, and at some point, my brother felt like we needed to go a few more feet deeper, because once we had started the job, why not as well just do it? So, because now he was helping me and we had a wheelbarrow in place which was doing some other work earlier, I was like, great, let's do it. So, he joined me, and the two of us now could make work a little bit easier because now all I had to do was push the soil and he digs the hole. And so we had a good time chatting away things, experiencing issues of life, discussing family, marriage, education, innovation, government, business. There was so much to touch base on as work continued. And I believe we did a good job. So, yeah, this is what it is. That is what it is. So we continue doing stuff. And well, yes, village life is about being innovative with the materials that you have. So, worked on a little bit on the flower pan, the landscaping, putting in the rocks right out there to give Mama's house a little bit of a touch. And yeah, the day was very successful. Do you like my work? Do you think I can do better? What can be added in there but to keep the village aesthetics? Let me know, because the village life changes. So these are some of the tiles that I did put and added the flowers. Remember the photo that I put, or the video that was put in the morning? Now this is what I had done by the evening, and it was now almost 6:30, time to go to sleep or eat dinner. And the two men in the village needed to do and work on something. So that was the village life. Thank you all so much. Time to head back to Kisumu again. Cycling, going for a meeting, with the Connection Ubuntu team, a group of women from the US who gives computers to labs in Africa. And yes, it was time to cycle, just watch out on things. Here we are. I decided that I wasn't gonna do a border. Instead, I would take a bicycle ride, which I've not done also in so many years. And this guy was very impressed that I could actually do that. But for me, I find more bicycles safer, nicer, and great. I'm not a border type of person, but yeah, this is Kisumu, small short ride. I enjoyed myself and had a great time. Oh yes, and finally, being December, the Christmas period, traveling is always a crisis. So I had no option but again to head to the train and catch it up, have an overnight back to Nairobi. And so here we are, arriving in the CBD. Great experience. Memories worth telling. And so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. It was such a pleasure interacting and getting to meet us again. So everything is about leadership, self-leadership. Give yourself an experience, give yourself an opportunity to experience things, but by the end of the day, your value system is just yours. Thank you so much.